not sure I'll get through this. So as many people know, John obviously was the expert in racing, the expert of the Derby. But John was also an expert in something else that a lot of people don't know about, and that was music. When I put the Rascals on Broadway, John was the most happy guy to hear me tell him the stories of Eddie Brigati singing How Can I Be Sure and Groovin'.
On a Sunday afternoon.
I knew he was a special kind of guy. Obviously, he brought with him a voice that was second to none, and he brought an appreciation of the Kentucky Derby, which was, at that time even, well regarded within the community. But over the years, John has become Churchill Downs.
He's the face of Churchill. I mean, even before he came here, when you thought Churchill or any party that revolved around the Derby or the Breeders' Cup or any of them, Oaks, you thought of John Asher.
The Pied Piper of Churchill Downs. He never met a stranger. He knew everybody. He could remember every name, every face.
He was great from a reporter's standpoint, but he was great. There's some sources you develop a bond with that is not like all the rest, and that was John.
There'll never be another mentor or confidant, and I'm lucky I've got amazing memories and stories thanks to Mr. John Asher.
I doubt there will ever be another vice president of racing communications at Churchill Downs. I hope they will find someone to fill John's shoes, but it may be a long time before we see the likes of John Asher again.
He brought a sense of humanity to the track and to the Derby that really embellished the Derby and made it even better than it is today.
There was the professional side of John, but what I hold most dear was the community side of John.
With John, it was never about John, it was always about you. And that's a rare quality in a person.
That's when you knew who the real John Asher was a guy that had no airs about being an Eclipse Award winner, all these different fames that he had. His purpose was to help folks.
One of the most positive influences on me ever.
He was the type of person who was so optimistic and so encouraging. You know, he made me feel, as the president of Simmons, as though I was the prime minister of the universe.
Everybody felt like they were BFFs with John Asher, which is really an incredible legacy to leave.
John was a guy who obviously loved life, loved his family, and if you knew him, he loved you as well.
John was one of those people that just always made you feel like he was paying close attention to every word that you said.
A true gentleman, a great man, who will be missed by all of us that were blessed enough to know him. There's a hole in the heart of Churchill and a hole in the heart of this city today, for sure.
Is that it? Yeah. That's all? That's all you got?